join in and talk amongst each other and have conversations. And,
Build a relationship.
yes, we're just trying to improve this place through the events that we do have.
Yes. Thank you, Susan.
Uh-huh.
Fundraising. I'm on the fundraising committee, and none of my people are here. They're out of town. So we have a garage sale coming up April the 20th. It will be a one-day garage sale. If that's a Saturday, it will be right out in the, as much as possible outside, weather permitting. Otherwise, it'll be inside. And all of the proceeds will go right back into the LMHOA coffers. We wanted to use it to work on the clubhouse, but we're in such dire need of funds that we made the decision to put it into the LMHOA coffers. We're thinking of other fundraisers. We have not gotten that far yet, like a scavenger hunt.
For a run on the trail.
Yes, a run, a
walk run.
5K, walk or run on the trails that the government has out here. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So there are things in the talking point. If you have suggestions, we'd love to hear them because, once again, it's volunteers. And you can volunteer by giving us suggestions. Just don't get upset if they don't pan out the way we want them to, okay? The architectural committee. Nobody's here.
Corey's here.
Oh, Corey's here. Corey, you're sitting in the back. Pardon?
I'm always in the back.
We're good? Okay. All right, and road repair, and that's gonna be
Alan.
Alan. There you are.
I called every contractor in the area. I had 3 return phone calls. The best one we decided to go with is 5-star, dude by the name of Travis Gill. His quote was Section A, 30 spots, $35,000. Section B, 90 spots, $142,000. Section C, $116,520. Section D, $231,520. And out here by the dumpsters, $11,700. That's with him cutting it out and spraying some sealant down with something tacky and putting it in and rolling it. And there's a few things we can do to cut the cost. Instead of cutting it, making it nice and pretty and bringing out all the loose stuff, he can just put the hot mix down. Of course, he's gonna have to repair the road base under it. And then,
What's he gonna use for repairing the road base under it?
pardon?
What's he gonna put for the repair for the road base?
Road base.
Road base.
Road base, just,
It's gonna be caliche.
no. Road base is kind of a mix of
Because caliche's
gravel and,
Caliche's road base too. Railroad.
well, I don't know. He just said he would make
No, I'm
repairs.
just asking,
Yeah.
trying to get more information. So.
He just said that he would make the repair to the base if necessary.
Mhm.
Plus, we could keep anything he brought out of the hole, the loose asphalt, and we could stockpile it, because he's gonna charge us to haul it off. He's the only one that's really set up for asphalt. I called a guy by the name of Shay Misnard, and he was gonna use a subcontractor. I didn't really get any numbers from him. And then, the other guy that got with me, Rusty Stevens, he's gonna use bagged cold mix. And the clubhouse road is $2,700. Boat ramp, $3,375. Prairie, $5,400. Meredith Way, $5,062.52 for a total of $16,537.50. Most people won't even talk to us because they know we're out of money.
Yeah.
So,
What did Connor say?
He wouldn't return my call. Connors.
Connor's Industry.
Yeah.
Can't remember if I called them or not. I looked in the, I guess on the computer and looked on asphalt repair and stuff like that. That's where I got my list.
And you call Briars?
I did.
Local.
I did.
It wouldn't
That's
come
who
out.
I used last time and they done a good job. He would not return the call.
Briar's done business on road asphalt.
Well, I talked to the lady out at that Three Falls and she talked like he's still in business and she said she would give her husband.
He's still working, he's still doing asphalt.
Yeah, my buddy works for Briars, my neighbor works for Briars, they're still paving too.
Yeah, and he, we used him last time, he done a good job, but,
They do a lot of work in Amarillo.
pardon?
They do a lot of work in Amarillo. That's where they're at. And this, that they're doing, they're just gonna patch? Is that what they're gonna do? Or they're gonna bring a lay down machine and spread it?
They're gonna-
Travis Gill will, he's the only one set up for asphalt. Shay, he's kinda set up for clearing off lots, brush removal.
So you're talking mostly about repairs here, not just laying new.
Yeah, no
roads.
road.
We can't afford
There's
that.
a few places where the road needs to be laid, but it's most of it just patching.
Yeah.
Front of the dumpster's probably.
He decides which
Yeah,
road
that
they
was
want.
11,700 and
That needs to be done first.
Yeah.
And there's other options, but this is what I come up with as far as the road repairs. And we just don't have the money.
No.
Nobody likes the roads.
Question.
Yeah.
So why can't you get the people in the community together in each neighborhood and take and address it that
I
way?
agree.
Because that's what we did in our
Yeah,
neighborhood.
it looks good. I went and looked at that. That's an
We
option.
weren't professionals, but we put Caliche down for road base, let the Caliche settle in, then we got hot mix, Victor delivered it, and put the hot mix down. Terry Shores brought a roller in, and we rolled over the top. Now, some of them don't look perfect, but you know what? The holes
I
are
looked
filled.
at it and it looks good.
They're filled. And
Most
we-
of the problem is finding people that will help. That's
Well, that's
a
what I
lot.
said, if you go neighborhood by neighborhood, we actually went through our neighborhood. I talked to everybody in the neighborhood, Ron did, Lloyd did, and we addressed it to people like how much money we're looking at basically starting out. The high point would be 200 a person, if you can afford it, if you can, fine, if you wanna contribute, fine. And if you wanna contribute less than that, fine, if you wanna contribute labor, fine. And that's
You know-
how we went about it. We got enough to do Meredith and Sunflower, so.
Yeah, I done my own road myself 4 years ago.
That's
Done
what I'm
it
saying,
myself.
people in the neighborhood could contribute. Ron has already said it, I believe, and I've said it, that we would help other people, so. That's all I'd say.
Thank you.
Yeah,
What's
and
your
I
name?
agree with you.
What's your name?
Fred Lee.
Do you know about what it costs to do Meredith Lake?
Well, Victor brought the hot mix, and the hot mix was $15.50 for 12 yard, or 12 tons, right, Victor?
Yes.
So, and we did Meredith, and then we did Sunflower. And then
Bought the
we bought the Caliche too, so it was like, altogether, it was less than $19.50 to get a full load of Caliche, and then I went over on Glen Drive and filled all the holes on Glen Drive with Caliche, and then we went over to, Largo, did Largo.
And we've almost got enough money left over to buy another load.
The hot mix.
To do
put
Largo.
on top of that, so.
How many yards is a load?
It's 12 tons.
It covers a lot, and if you do it, you know, I walk the roads all the time since I've been here, and the roads are this thick. They're no thicker than an inch. And it's like, so if you get an inch or, if you get 2 inches, some spots we get a little heavier than that. The biggest hole down on Meredith took quite a bit. Lloyd worked on that one, he had fun.
Well, we need to do yearly maintenance on it.
Well,
instead of
no,
Going years
and I
and years
understand all
without
that.
touching it.
I totally get that, but you just gotta get it started.
Yes.
That's what we did, and I'm not saying we did it or anything, I'm saying everybody else is more than competent enough to tackle it in their neighborhoods that way, get together and try to do it, and the cost would actually be less, and I'm not saying your way's wrong, but it'd be cheaper to do it the way we did it, you know,
This ain't my
for
way.
everybody.
All I'm doing is taking bids. And I agree with you, I would help do that too.
Yeah, see, it's.
I'm all for that, I'm just taking the bids.
It's a lot
Started
cheaper.
with, the cold patch, cause Ron got started with that, cause there was supposed to be some cold patch through, I don't know if you guys had a poker run or what here some time ago.
Golf cart.
It was
We
supposed to,
never could find the.
it was supposed to be available at Ace and it wasn't, Ron told me that, well, I know Victor, cause he drives by my house and I yell at him all the time, so. I told Victor, I asked him, you know, to give me a cost on what it costs to do, you know, to haul it in and stuff, and what would it cost to get the hot mix? Cause hot mix is better than cold pack.
Absolutely.
So, that's why, and you, actually, you get more bang for your buck getting a hot mix than you do the cold mix.
Lasts
If you
longer,
buy-
too.
If you buy a ton of cold mix, it's gonna cost you $1,000. So, we paid $15.50 for 12 tons.
So did you cut out the whole square?
No.
You didn't?
No, we took it, we tried to trim around the edges,
Yeah.
once the caliche was in, so it was, so it had to hump up to it, and then we went past the blacktop, the existing blacktop on the road.
Cause I know some of the cold patches that have been done, if they're not cut out, they drive over, they just squish out the side and you end up in the same hole,
Well,
so.
in the hot mix, it won't do that as much.
Okay,
You know, it's what they build rolls out of, the
Right.
hot mix, so.
And you rolled it too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the way to do
big
it.
steel rollers. And we still have the roller available, and I could talk to Terry and see how long it could be available. Probably could be available for a long time, but I'd have to talk to him.
You won't drive.
No, it's here right
I
now.
know, how can you drive? Do they have it on trailer?
No, you just hook it up to a truck and pull behind the
Oh,
truck.
really? I thought it was on. And
No, it's a pretty wide roller, so.
Okay, I think that is something
Any other
that we need
questions?
to investigate, maybe.
Pardon?
I think maybe that's something we
Yeah,
need
well,
to
there's
investigate.
other options, all I did was take the bid and come
No,
back.
I totally get your point, you know what I mean, I do get that. But I was just, you know, if you talk to people more often, you find
Well, I heard
out.
you guys done that, I went and looked at it, looks good.
Can it wait till after the
yeah,
meeting?
I'll wait, I'm on the list.
Okay.
I don't.
Maybe, Fred, you need to be on the road repair committee.
amen, that's what I say.
You know, I volunteered for it, I had one phone call right after I volunteered. And he said, I've got some bids, I'll show you at the meeting. I couldn't be at that meeting, I never heard anything else from him.
And what-
And
what's
you
your
didn't
name?
call him?
Ronnie Prager.
Yeah, I got your number here.
You know, every committee I've ever been on, or served
Communicating
on,
with each other.
whoever was in charge of the committee would have a meeting every now and then, and everybody on the committee would put their input in. You know,
Well, I'm not necessarily in charge, I'm just a volunteer with you four people.
I know, but I had no idea who was, all was on the committee. I should have done a little more
Not a
checking,
problem.
I guess. And I'm not complaining, I'm just saying, you know, that if we're on a committee, if we volunteer to help, if someone would let us know, you know, and have a meeting where we can get together.
Well, I know for a fact, I called everybody on this list. I called
I
them.
had one phone call.
You didn't call me back?
No, I talked to somebody,
Probably me.
but that was right after I said I'd be on the committee. I couldn't come to that meeting and I never got any other phone calls.
Okay, well,
And I.
it's
like I
done,
say,
no problem.
I'm not complaining, I'm just saying, you know, if we volunteer to help on a meeting and, committee, and I know you're a volunteer also, but we need to get together and all of us put our heads together. You know, that's what we did to do the roads on Meredith Way and over in there. A bunch of us just got together and, you know, threw options out there, and that's what we came up with.
Amen. All right. Item 6, announce the winner of Board of Directors election. On Friday, April 5th, 2024, the ballots for election of one director were counted by association members. Mark Huff, Director, Sean Allen, Director, and Betty Price, Vice President. There was only one candidate on the ballot. I certify that the tally of the 2024 votes for the election of one director as follows. Total valid votes, 106. All votes were for Bill Bingham. One ballot couldn't be counted because it arrived without a signed envelope. 86 ballots, envelopes were signed, but no ballot was included and couldn't be counted. There were 0 write-in votes. Accordingly, Bill Bingham has been elected to serve as a director for the period April 6th until the annual meeting in April 2027. Sir.
Sorry for interrupting, but, I never got anything in the mail.
Did you get your statement?
Nothing. My wife came over and paid the bill.
You had bought property and we had to add that to it.
Yeah, so that means we don't get us.
I told her when she came over, and I gave her all the information too.
But when did you guys have a vote?
Yesterday.
We didn't have a ballot to vote for. And if she,
Everybody knows goes on every year.
well, but if she would've got the bill, then we would've got all the literature in with the bill.
Cause I was at the sale where you
I
bought
haven't
the
seen
more
any.
property, so we had to get it added to it.
They had property here way before that.
I understand, but he also bought more property
Yeah.
at the sale.
And
We
I
didn't
didn't get
either.
a ballot.
We
I've
bought
had
one
property
for
for
my
4
brother-in-law.
years over
We
there.
took it
Get
to,
nothing either.
So the point would be is if we didn't get a ballot, we didn't get a right to vote,
Yeah.
right?
No.
That's what I said.
Well, one thing about it is, we sent out a lot and we got a lot back, so
this is what we got
everybody
back
here,
this year.
we need to
They're
get
either deceased,
correct addresses for us.
wrong addresses or something. If you have somebody that's moved, get with them, because this is what we got back this year. And I pulled out ones that had already said deceased on them. I mean,
And every envelope was 93 cents.
Got the ballot, you would've got more ballots back than just that. How did the deceased people
these,
send those
these are all
ballots?
returns. These are not what y'all sent in. These are returned ones that either we don't have the correct address for people, or they're deceased, or they moved away and they haven't told anybody where
I've
they're
had my
at.
property for 4 years, I've never got a bill. I've always just came up
Then
here
you
and
need
asked
to,
about it.
then you need to come in and check to see if we have the right address for
You
you.
do have your right address.
Well,
Have you got anything else from us?
No, other than a $300 bill for road repair. That's the
well,
first time I've
if you
ever
got your
anything.
if you got your statement, you got everything.
That's the first time I've ever got anything out of 5 years.
Do we have the option to vote in person? Can we not set up a date like you do for every other election where you come in and vote in person?
Not for director.
Why not?
It's in the bylaws. That's how it's done.
It's in the bylaw.
Can y'all show us that?
But you can come
You
in.
can come until 1 o'clock the day before this meeting and vote.
But I mean, every other election you can vote in person.
You can come here and vote.
Hey, I'm not trying to make a problem by bringing it up, but, you know,
President,
my wife
your
came
ballot.
over and paid.
Sounds like a problem if not everybody's getting a ballot.
Get it all.
We need
Here's my
correct
question,
addresses.
here's my question.
Or let us vote in person.
Um,
Don't need to send a
what
ballot.
difference does it make if nobody else is volunteering to do the work? I mean, we had one choice, ballot or no ballot. He was gonna be elected.
There's a reason why nobody volunteers. And everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows what the reason is.
What is the reason?
I'm not gonna say it, but I guarantee
This is the
you,
only thing that we
big
have
portion of
out.
this room knows.
I've tried to volunteer,
It
I'm
was
still here.
I know people that volunteered that were ran off.
when she
I'm
came out,
sorry.
I gave her.
People who volunteered that were ran off.
Ma'am, do y'all have a total of how many ballots y'all sent out? That way you could spread that to the public, please.
1,200 and something, I don't remember exactly what it was.
So that's how many,
Maybe 1,300.
that's how many residents are in here, 1,200 son.
Not in this room, but
No.
that's how many.
That's how many live in the HOA?
property. 2,300.
Okay.
23, some, you know, but basically 23 to 2,400.
Can a person vote if they haven't paid their dues?
Nope.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
can they?
Yes.
I'm so
That is
sorry.
a privilege
Yes.
that you have. You can
What
vote,
was the question now?
you can go to the pool, whatever. But if you have morals, then they're not gonna do it. If you haven't paid your dues.
That doesn't seem right, that you can vote without paying your dues.
We cannot suspend
But that
their.
is by Texas law.
It's Texas law.
Please, let's not talk among ourselves while we're having a business meeting, and let's not talk over one another while we're in. You're gonna have an opportunity at the end of this meeting to say whatever it is you need or want to say, okay? The more we talk, the longer the meeting is. Okay. Kelly, I'm gonna give this back to you. Nominations and elections of officers for 2024. I am entertaining a nomination for the president. Do I hear any nominations?
Nominate Fred Lee.
I second.
Okay.
Well, wait, do you accept the nomination?
For what?
To be president of the HOA.
I suppose.
Okay. Are there any other nominations?
I nominate you.
Oh, thank you, Betty.
I'll
I
second
would
it.
accept the nomination.
I'll second that nomination.
So we have two. Any others? I'm gonna call the nominations closed. Fred lives over on Sunflower?
Bridgecrest and Sunflower.
Ridgecrest and Sunflower. And I think he would make a good president. I live over on Boat Ramp and Hill. And I've been president, what, a year and a few months? So, all in favor of Fred for president, raise your hand.
There's like 6 people. There's a lot.
I mean, I wish I can, but it doesn't really count. Not when people are holding the election.
Oh,
Your vote doesn't count.
okay.
Is the president's name
Does
now?
anybody have
Her
any
name?
proxies?
Helen.
Anybody else?
Helen Fox. Helen Fox. And his name's Fred Lee.
How many lots do they own?
6, I believe.
And we've got proxies for 41.
41.
So.
Signed
Okay.
proxy?
So you got
Yes,
41 properties.
yes, ma'am.
Signed and verified.
Signed and verified.
All in favor of Helen Fox for president?
You really want it again?
Pardon me?
You really want it again?
Congratulations, Fred.
I will do it.
Okay, Fred.
They do what they want anyway.
Okay,
It doesn't
now the
matter.
president.
Fred is now the president.
Sit down, Helen.
I still have this meeting. Okay, vice president. Nominations for vice president.
Ron Pratt.
Okay?
Do you accept it?
Do you accept if you win, do you accept being vice president?
Do you accept the nomination?
I guess.
Okay,
What's his
okay.
Ron
Any other
Pratt.
nominations for vice president? Okay,
None back here.
I'm sorry?
None back there.
Oh, okay. In that case, it looks like Ron gets it by acclamation. Secretary Treasurer. I will entertain a nomination for Secretary Treasurer.
I know Kelly Riddle.
I'm not taking it. I'm tired of being called everything but a woman. And being accused of stealing whatever.
I nominate Melinda Young.
For vice president.
Okay, who is that? Secretary Treasurer. Who is that? Oh, okay, very good. Would you take it? Do I hear a second?
I second that.
All in favor? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Tawny, did you have a other nomination? Okay. Are there any other nominations for Secretary Treasurer?
Anybody back there? Secretary, treasurer? Anyone back there?
Okay. All in favor? Well, you got it by acclamation because there's no other person running.
And what's her name?
Huh? No, I'm done.
No, we're gonna talk about this.
You gotta go in there and figure out how to run that computer.
Parliamentarian. Any nominations for parliamentarian?
That police officer, right?
He is not of HOA.
I'll give him one of my lots. Sign over one of my lots and he can't.
That is someone who knows Robert's Rules of Order and can help the president and or the vice president keep the meeting on track. It's not a fun, well, yes,
I was just gonna nominate somebody.
okay,
I nominate Lloyd.
okay.
Out.
Lloyd, if you're, would you accept the nomination?
Yeah, I'll accept it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other? You gotta be tough. Any other nominations? Okay, I guess it's Lloyd. Excellent. Is there any back there? Item 8, looking for volunteers for all committees. If you want to volunteer for a committee, we've already heard the reports from the committees. Please write your name on a piece of paper and put events, fundraising, architectural, or road repair on it and turn it in to me and I will see that it gets to the correct person. Old business. Do we have any old business? Okay. Our new business. We raised the dues this year. First lot is $100. Lots 2, 3, and 4 are $50 each. Lots 5 and up are nothing. Okay?
So if all your lots are hooked together, why aren't you billed for just one lot?
Because each lot is separate.
But you can't make it all one.
It's not
No.
homesteaded out here, it is on the county though.
Okay.
It's planted.
It's platted and, sorry, that's the way it has to be.
I got 2 lots over off Ozark, I've had them for years. They used to be they're exact same size, okay? I've always paid the exact same money for each lot. Well, this new bill you sent me, one of them's higher than the others.
First lots are
First lot is $100. If you have one lot, it's $100.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
did last year, we paid $100.
For both lots.
Yes.
Ran out of money last year.
We also ran out of money last year. And we had, the dues in this place are so minuscule. And if you look at other HOAs, we pay nothing. And to keep this place open and lights on is $3,000 a month. Minimum.
That's just trash,
And
insurance.
Insurance and when you run out of money, you also run out of trash. Have any of you priced what a dumpster on your land would cost?
It's $107 a month.
$107 a month.
So why don't we pay for our own dumpsters, get rid of 12 dumpsters, so we can use the parking lot for the basketball courts and the tennis courts that are never maintained, never took care of, where we can use.
Why aren't you taking care of them? Be a
Because I spend my
volunteer.
money for it. Why did my money go that I didn't spend?
It goes for trash, it goes for electricity,
I thought y'all
insurance
paid
on
all
this
of that.
building, pardon me?
Y'all told us at the beginning of the meeting that y'all didn't
The
pay.
last
No,
few
they
months,
said-
we have.
Well, y'all are very wealthy, thank y'all.
No, we're not.
And I mean, y'all told me that y'all.
Hopefully.
We had to
You
use our
said
own,
that-
we had to use our own money to send out the statements, cause there wasn't any
The
money in.
statements, but y'all also said y'all paid the
We
ledger,
did.
y'all paid for the boat ramp, y'all paid
Just-
for
we
all of
Just
this.
for the last,
Y'all paid for the signs,
No.
hang
No.
on, you said y'all paid for everything.
no,
we paid for
I
You said
didn't
y'all
pay.
paid for Mardi Gras, y'all paid for the.
We do pay for the Mardi Gras.
So where does the money that I paid go? Is
It
all
goes
I'm
to-
Dumpsters.
So let us pay for our own dumpsters. It's cheaper. Me and my neighbors could split a dumpster and pay cheaper.
Enough! Now,
That ain't necessary.
it's not. Everybody's talking over everybody, nobody's listening. We're trying to explain and you don't want to hear it. Now, if you will keep your mouth shut, Kelly will tell you what we do.
Well, I was rudely interrupted too.
We got people, just a second, we got people telling them to keep their mouth shut.
Yeah.
We got him, Huck going up there and threatening the kid at his job.
Wait,
Yeah,
don't talk
and
about
y'all
that
can't-
in y'all's open
Cut
forum.
back down, that's the way you talk to people.
Enough.
That's right. I agree with that, man.
I have no idea what that conversation ended up being.
You sure you want to
Sorry.
Way you talk.
You were there.
Okay, yes.
Everybody needs to kind of calm down. If you have a civil conversation, you can get through this, but the yelling back and forth is not gonna get through this.
Exactly.
We've gotta take one person at a time, and everybody's gotta keep their remarks just on point. Don't make snide remarks and little digs at each other, and y'all are gonna get a lot further in this. I've been to a lot of meetings. This one's kind of getting to the point where you kind of almost have to shut it down.
Yes.
Keep your remarks about what you're talking about, and it'll move a lot faster and it'll move smoother. And everybody, when you're trying to hurt people's feelings, you're not getting anywhere. All right. So let's just keep on point and get through this, okay?
Thank you.
Okay,
Quick question, man. I'm sorry.
just a minute, let me explain something. Okay. We're paying, we have paid for pool, dumpsters, we have to now have a website, the domain, all of that. I paid for the domain because we didn't have the money. I have paid for all kinds of supplies here. And I've got a stack in there, almost $1,000 worth of stuff that I have paid for. That I've said, I don't want that money back until we have money coming in. There's no sense in, but it's stuff we needed. We needed toner, we needed paper, we needed envelopes. We've needed just little things, stamps, things like that, when we have to send out stuff. Mark took all the statements up to the post office, left his credit card. They ran all of the statements and just put it on his credit card because we didn't have the money for it. You know, we have different things that we have all paid for. It's in the last few months that we've had to do that because we have run out of money.
And my question is, where did the money go? I don't care what y'all paid for, I'm asking where did the money go?
What do you mean, where did the money go? All the money before?
Yeah, where's the accountability?
It's all I'm asking.
Okay. We pay $2,000 a month for the trash.
Is this wrote down? Can we see a public financial statement?
I cannot do that right now.
Why not?
Because whenever we had our secretary quit.
So how do we know that y'all are saying is true other than
I'm
taking your word
trying.
for
I'm
it?
staying up here till 8 o'clock at night trying to get stuff done.
More than welcome to come up here and
And if y'all wanna come and help me do some of this stuff, y'all are more than welcome to come.
When y'all are gone, more people will volunteer. I can guarantee that.
That's fine.
Step down and do
When I
this community a
came in
favor.
here in 20, wait a minute, when I came in here in 2020, we had $555,000 in back dues. I called FEMA to see what they would do for our roads. We got the lawyer, we can only go back 4 years now on back dues. 4 years.
I pay my dues, that's not my problem.
No, it's not your problem, but if she's not paying her dues,
I
then
pay
it is
my
your
dues.
problem.
For 25 years, I paid
It's
my
just an
dues.
example. If she's not paying her dues, then you're having to take up for her. She's not doing her part. These people are not doing their part. I have called, I have gone to the county. I have gone to saying, these people aren't paying their dues nor their taxes. Can we get them to start paying get y'all to do something about their back taxes to where we can, at least maybe try to sell these properties, in an auction or something? They just now did some that hadn't paid since 2006. I have one down the street from me. He hasn't paid since 2011. He owes $6,000. I did 3 blocks out here, $20,000 in back taxes. And they said, well, when we